What's up? My mic isn't on. You're counting me down. You don't put my mic. The first week back,
is on.
we're a little rusty here. We're a little
on.
rusty here. I'm happy to be back with these guys. I love them. Somebody left me a note while I was gone. Look, last week, 4th of July. It says, pro wrestling is... Oh, I shouldn't show that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you said that.
What are you doing?
I don't agree with that. Anyway, listen, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We're all the way live, back again from Satellite 5. I got the boys in the booth, as always. We got Lord Evan Zentar, the corporate Evan. We got, I guess he's broken, Brandon, but we love him. I want to say hi to everybody. Quailman, number 1 today. You were the first one there. I saw that Lori's here. Who else? Scott. We got Little Ben, who apparently drove a far away to like 26 hours or something. Now he woke up for the show. Hopefully we don't put you back to sleep, Ben. Wesley Killigal, Rick's here. Yost is here. I mean, that's just the people I saw when I first logged on. AAO Media, thanks for being here. Matt Guyman, Dora, you're all here. We love it. In the red corners here. We're back again, and we have a great show coming up for you, as always. I was excited because I missed you guys to come back on the show here. Let's see what we have today. Conor Tierney is going to join us. I'm excited for Conor Tierney. Big win from him recently. I was kind of perturbed, a little upset, I'm going to be honest with you, because they didn't let him do his victory speech or whatever in his hometown. I couldn't understand that. I'm going to try to shed some light on that. He's also headed to this big Champions Summit. Is that what we're calling it? I just got back from vacation, right?
Yeah.
The Champions Summit, that's a huge event going on. That's this week, coming up Thursday. I can't believe it. State of the Promotion press conference. Conor McGregor will be there. Conor Tierney, maybe we'll talk to him about that a little bit too, just see what he's up to. Another guy that's probably going to be there, he's not on the graphic because he's not a champ, he's a champion in my book. Chris Lights Out Lytle, he's going to stop by to talk about the upcoming tryout series with his fly swatter. Remember that, dude? That event? We literally had to swat flies, if you're new to the company. We had to swat flies during this event. There were flies everywhere. Chris Lightle will come by for upcoming tryout talk. Also, we're going to talk about this upcoming event we have. It's huge in Hollywood, Florida this weekend. It's going to be a stacked card. There you see it on screen if you're watching live. It's all up there for you. Also, we're going to see... We're going to see what else. We're going to check with the boys. Sorry, I screwed up my own notes. We're going to check in with the boys. Florida, hey, again. Florida, huge presser coming up. I think this is probably the biggest thing we've done. Is it arguably? I don't even know if it's arguably in company history. I mean, we have everybody there, all the champions, and apparently there's some major announcements that are coming. Mm-hmm. I am privy to... I know that the announcements have been kept very quiet. I don't think anybody outside the internal team here knows. There's very few that know. I'm privy to a couple of them. And I think you might be too, Evan. Brandon, I don't know. But they didn't really tell anybody. They're keeping this stuff top secret. There's people online talking. Did you see this? Like guessing what it could be. Yeah. Speculation. And there's all different things. I'm not here to say what's right and what's wrong, but it's interesting to see everybody speculating. You let us know. You can let us know in the chat what you think some of the huge announcements are going to be. We'd love to see and hear from you. However, if you're watching on Instagram or anywhere else, you can always come over to the YouTube channel. That's where we're most active in the chat. You can do that. It's the Bare Knuckle Show on YouTube. But it's going to be a huge press conference. And like I said, I see some of these posers online like they know what the big announcements are. They don't. This has been kept very close to the vest. So much so, I'm not even sure if they told me the right announcements. They're probably thinking I'm going to blow my mouth off here. I don't know. Evan, turn the mics off for a second. One of them I am right about, but let us know what you think about the announcement in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Let's talk 4th of July fun. 4th of July, obviously the show was off for that, and these guys had off. We don't get a lot of time off. Did you guys enjoy your 4th of July, and what did you do?
Yeah, I just sat around.
That's good sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Brandon, are you here today? I didn't know you were absent.
What's up? No, not much. Yeah. I have nothing to say.
We're a ball of fun, as you can see.
I got a Blackstone, actually.
Ooh.
I tried that out for the first time. It's awesome.
Do you have one of them, Evan?
Yeah, I don't use it ever.
I was thinking about it.
It is a hell of a process doing the prep
Really?
and the cleanup.
See, I don't want to do
like,
it.
yeah.
If you're gonna buy a Blackstone,
That's the flat top thing, right?
Yeah, you gotta clean it every time. You gotta prep it. It's such a pain in the ass. A regular grill, you fucking close
Really?
it, you're done. Yeah.
I just thought you go out there, you throw some cheesesteak on it, clean up's
no,
easy.
because then it's covered in
grease.
Yeah, and then do you want to eat first or do you want to go clean your grill? And then you let it sit there for 10 minutes,
God,
or, half hour. You got to turn the grill back on, get it hot, put water on it, scrape all the stuff off, and you got to re-oil it.
This grill sounds like my wife if we get interrupted by the kids.
Use so many paper towels. Like you'll go through a roll of paper towels.
Yeah,
that sounds like me when I'm by myself.
Yeah, it's too much work. And then you leave it outside for the season, and you keep it covered, and then every year you uncover it, and it's rusty. You got to get all the rust off.
Oh man,
yeah.
I saw when you got it, and I'm like, I've wanted one of them. Now he's got it.
It was fun at first, but I'd rather just go cook on the stove.
Yeah, it's the same thing you're doing outside.
Cast iron on the stove. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, the new Weber grill is a lot of money, but so good. Little Ben saying. People are guessing some of this stuff we asked them. Somebody said champions versus champions. Someone said UK USA tournament. That's Lori said that. Somebody said real Americans work on 4th of July. Not me. I was drinking a real American beer.
There you go.
Hulk Hogan.
There's going to be like 21 people on the stage.
It's going to be nuts.
It's going to be quite the
Bear Nako says new TV partners. Let's see what else. Some type of new partnership, Rick says. A lot of people. History's going to be made. Just Team Feldman versus Team McGregor in the red corner saying that's one of the things I saw online too.
People were saying is Dave stepping down?
Yeah, I mean, is he?
I don't know.
Because what he said, whatever. Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be huge. I really went off there. I didn't mean to go that far off with that, but we're very excited about that. What I want to ask you guys about 4th of July. Someone sent this in. This comes from, Phil. We've heard from Phil before. Phil said, this is 4th of July fun. Did you guys ever do this growing up, or did you do it this 4th of July? Let's watch. Wait, Roman candles? Okay, I get the idea here. So I've seen that done. People will hold the Roman candles and shoot them at each other, or bottle rockets out of their mouths. I've never done that. Have you ever done that?
No.
Dumb ways to die.
I don't know. Yeah. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Thank you. But Phil, no, I've never tried that. I have had a firework explode close to my good ear one time. That was bad. All right.
Oh, yeah, you'd be screwed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to hear anything. Let's hit. We got some time before Conor Tierney comes on. So let's check in this stuff. Let's hit the mail call.
It's time for mail call.
There we go. Thank you, Evan. Perfect. This is great. On cue. The Bare Knuckle Show at gmail.com. You can send it in. You can like us on Instagram, follow us, whatever you do. I don't know. It's the Bare Knuckle Show on Instagram as well. I think we're on Facebook as well. We're building that too. So make sure you
Twitter or X.
Yeah, we got to get X signed up, man. I'm trying to.
We're live on X. Right
now. We are now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We just started doing that.
Yeah.
X, what's up? Thank you for being here. So KMS Records. He just sent us a message. It says, I read online that friendships where people insult each other can be up to 300% more of a stronger bond. He first, he goes, you're a douchebag, and then said that we should all be very close on this show. I guess we all insult each other a lot.
I hate you.
You piece of shit. They jerk off. Brandon, let's get in on this. Insult somebody.
You fucking Wooder saying, Delco, fucking dirty
God.
Italian Philly trash. Whoa. Fucking.
That's all right. I'm gonna get.
I don't know. I was trying.
Keep it up. I'm gonna send Canoli your way. Then you're done. You're calling Philly trash. Canoli's coming.
That was the first person I thought of.
By
the way, did you see? He's like
we got that coming up. Hold on. We're getting to that. Because I
didn't read the format.
I know. Yeah, I know. We just kind of do it. So. Your insult. I thought you were gonna call me a dickhead or something. Man, there's a lot of venom inside him, huh, Evan?
I was just. I don't know. I was trying to. Because you put me on the spot, but like earlier, I could be like pretty quick with like the little insults. But like when you put me on the spot like this, my brain turns off.
Yeah, way to go for Brandon. They said. All right. Oh, way too far, Brandon. That's what he said. Sorry. All right. Thank you for the insults.
It wasn't way too far.
I think we've gone much further than that over the years here.
It's not appropriate for TV. Or streaming.
Yeah, we got to clean that up with all these TV deals we're starting to maybe get here for us for the show. I don't know if we have to clean it up. I think we should stay the same, but I don't know. Maybe I won't be the host anymore then. All right, let's look on to Kai Stewart. Kai Stewart and Gary Fox. You can see here. This is posted the other day. Just listen to it.
If I ever see you on a stair stepper for an hour, you're off the team.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, you're not gonna beat anyone doing that.
So. This was put on Instagram the week when I wasn't here, and Gary Fox answered it back. We didn't get that one, but there's some real stuff going on there, and I think that Gary Fox is. We'll show you the content with Gary Fox. This was sent in by Lou Fuse UK. We love that guy. He said he was out creating content with Gary, and you can watch what happened.
Yes. Cheers, mate.
Gary on a run, shooting a basket, local kid. Now this is sped up and only a little bit of it. But what I was told was that Gary's lucky he fights. Gary's not going to be a pro basketball player. See, that's what you say. Nothing's real online that you see. You would have thought he sunk that shot as he was running by and just kept running. This is how long it took to film. This is what we go through. Lou Fuse, thank you for sending that in. The point is, Gary and Kai, man, they're ready to go. I can see it. I'm actually curious to see what is said at this summit. I mean, Kai's a firecracker. He could say anything about anybody. You don't know. There's a couple other firecrackers up there, too. We'll wait and see. Very excited about that. By the way, that's open to the public, right, Evan? The presser?
Yeah.
So Conor's going to be there. Over 20 champions. You know all about it. State of the promotion. It's the championship summit. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you're there. I don't think he's on there, or did they end up? Palomino's going to be there, too. We're excited. I can't see my graphic. Yeah. He's on there?
He's on the right.
Good. Oh, that's why he's blocked by my camera, by my monitor that's always in the bad place. Remember that, Brandon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
I'm going to keeping it there.
All right. Well, I'm excited to see Palomino there, too. One of the greatest bare knuckle fighters that we've had in the promotion, along with other great bare knuckle fighters. It's going to be great. Let's see. This is fun. As we wait for Conor Tierney any minute here. Nick sent this in. This is Taylor dancing? Oh, it's Brit Hart's song. Coming on top. More appropriate it couldn't be. Wow. Okay. Thanks for sending that in. So I don't know. Is that like her having fun, joking around, being jovial, if you will, about Britain's song? Is that her joking around and making fun of it? Is that her being a fan of it? What do you take that as?
I think she's pretty jovial.
She's having a good time. Yeah. That song, I say it all the time, gets stuck in your head about coming on top. It does. Now I'm going to be singing that for the rest of my day. Terrible. Kai told me last night he's coming for everyone. No one's off limits. That's what little Ben said. All right. Let's see. Well, we wait for Sammy O shit. I love this guy. He sent something in. Nothing from Randy the Pervert this week, but Sammy O shit is pretty every week almost. So let's see what Sammy sent in.
Hey, so we're doing this shit more than just today. We're pulling up here weekly at least. Okay. Boom.
Oh, boat with a dog.
Gee, then he jumps in front of the boat.
That is an O shit. Yeah, that he didn't know. He was probably so. Watch him. He doesn't know what he's doing. He sees a dog. He falls the last second. That's great. That's a great O shit. Can you imagine trying to do something fun and dopey with your kids, like with your friends like that when you're younger, and then now you can land in a boat, but you think you're gonna crush a dog.
We've got someone in the virtual green room.
All right, we'll come back to the dude from Philly. We got some more Florida content coming your way, some info about that in just a moment. But let's get him on here. I want to get Conor Tierney. Excited for Conor Tierney. Where's he at? Conor Tierney, how are you?
More than just today. Yeah, man. We're pulling up here weekly at least. Good. Okay. Boom.
You got to turn down the show. So I feel like it's old school radio. Turn down your radio.
That was on our end.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Can you hear me,
yeah? Not you. It was on our end. Sorry. I blamed you. It was them. Apologize to the champ, please, guys. Come on.
Sorry, champ.
Conor, I'm glad you're here, man. It's been a while. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? You good, yeah?
I'm great. And you got to be feeling even better. I mean, you just retained your title in your hometown, and we're going to get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Now you're, I believe, headed there now to catch a train, to probably hop on a plane to head to Florida for this big champion summit. That's going to be huge. There's so much to get into today.
Yeah.
The first thing, I mean.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Oh, no. I love my car interviews. You guys know that. I hope this thing works. Doesn't look like it's going to. I think I got you now. All right, look.
Got me. Yeah, you got me, yeah.
All right, so let's ask the important stuff first. Get that out of the way in case I lose you. You were quoted. You were quoted before this fight as saying, "If I could suck my own cock, I would."
How about fuck off and don't dig up my historic videos?
And if I could suck my own cock, I would.
There it is. So that we
do you know, right? I will seen that and I thought, how have they fucking found that?
Bro, we played it on the show. We mined that clip out. Then the next thing you know, like a couple weeks ago, it's in a promo immediately after the show. The promo was absolutely brilliant. But the question that we received on the show last time we played that clip that we found out of nowhere, they want to know, how do you know that you couldn't suck your own cock? Have you tried?
I ain't flexible enough. It's too small.
So now, well, that makes my mind go. I don't want to think about it. But now, have you tried it with the championship belt on? I imagine that would be harder with the weight and it's kind of stacked. Yeah. So you just
put the belt on my back to weigh myself down, but it weren't working, was it?
All right. Anyway, now that we got the important stuff out of the way, I want to talk about first about your great fight that you had, where your mindset is and all this stuff. Let's talk about that. I enjoyed that fight. I was watching it. I love Danny Christie. Look, I'll tell you, I love Danny Christie as a dude. I think I'm a big fan of his YouTube channel. I think he's funny. I think he's talented. And Danny said in his YouTube channel ahead of this fight that he knew that he was, I don't want to quote him exactly, but basically he was saying he was fighting a little higher. Not a good fight for him is what he said, I think. But he wanted the challenge and he was looking forward to it. And I respect that. What were your thoughts going into the fight first? Let's talk about that. Going into this fight, I mean, Danny Christie, how did you see him?
I just knew he was going to be as dangerous. He's obviously every highlight of Danny Christie is him knocking somebody's spark out. And I knew it was going to be a huge fight, I think. So headlining against him in my hometown, it was funny at the start, everyone was going, Conor's going to win by boxing. And then towards the end, everyone was saying Danny Christie's going to win by knockout. So there was such a lot of fans sitting on the fence about this fight. And my mindset was 100%, I was never going to lose. Like, I just knew. I just feel like I'm just growing every fight now and I'm adapting and getting better. I mean, when have you ever seen me go in a clinch and go dog and dominate in a clinch? Never. So obviously I'm just improving and adapting to the company ways and the way we do things at the promotion.
Yeah, I agree. I remember the first time I experienced you fight, I saw you fight was, I believe, in New York. And I thought back then, a couple of years back, that I'm like, this guy, he's young, he's talented, he's got a great look about him, and not even just that, in the ring, you get it done in the squared circle. Like, your boxing is slick, your fighting's amazing. And I was watching, you're just so much fun to watch. And that was back then. So now you're adding to your repertoire, and we're seeing more of you. It's exciting as a fan, but what does that feel like as an athlete? You can feel yourself growing. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, it does. And I think when you're coming out of every fight and you're taking a lot of positives, obviously I always take negatives and I always have to criticize bits of my performance, what I could have done better, because at the end of the day, I want to be the best in the world. And in order to be the best in the world, I have to still be critical of everything I do. I mean, there was still things in the Danny fight that I shouldn't have done. I got caught with silly shots that I shouldn't have got caught with. But then everything I do, like I've done with Johnny Graham, and I take it into the next fight and into the next fight, and I just keep improving each fight.
Was there any, because again, I said at the top of the show, I forget if my brain's tired. I forget if I said it to you, but you didn't get a victory speech in your hometown, which kind of pissed me off as a fan. So I'm going to give
it was annoying.
But hold on. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give you a chance to do a victory speech. But that as a fighter in your hometown, what did that feel like? Because that's the first question. Did you feel snubbed? Were you pissed off? How do you feel about it now?
Obviously, I don't know if Dave mentioned that I'm like the second biggest ticket seller in the whole company. I've done something like nearly 700 tickets in 4 weeks for that fight. Let alone, obviously, there was other fighters on the card and their fans had come to watch me. So there was probably at least 2,000 people that had come there to support me. I don't know if you've seen videos of the crowd. It was electric. It was one of the best events we've had over here. Looking back, obviously, it hurts because I wanted to thank the fans and I wanted to sort of escalate who I want next and what I want to do next. So yeah, I think it was a little bit sore, but it is what it is. I think you just move on from it, and now I've got Florida coming up, haven't I, to try and say some things on the mic.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I don't know the inside story because I never take vacation. I take like 2 a year. I was on a vacation and I watched and I was like, oh, that's weird. They didn't give him a post fight. What I heard, and I haven't seen anybody in the office. I got here too early to talk to anybody in the know, really. But I had heard a rumor that they were going to do it, just so you know, and the fans know. I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard. And I don't know if the guy who was supposed to do it, I don't know if his earpiece wasn't working when he was being told to get in the ring. So just so the fans know, and so you know, I don't think it was anything personal. I think it was a malfunction with equipment.
No, I don't think it was either, to be honest. I think everybody just scattered out the ring like the event was over, and I think people had just sort of forgot about it.
I didn't
because that's the way the event goes sometimes. Nobody does um, after post-fight interviews, do we? We don't really do them until the last main event and stuff. So
yeah.
I think that's what it was. It was probably just habit. It was probably a force of habit, and everyone was out the ring before they knew what had happened.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that too. I just heard that the earpiece wasn't working. But my point to this is you did deserve that. I'm sorry you didn't get that. I don't think I said it was nothing. Okay. I want the fans to understand. You might think it's okay, but fans sometimes don't. They're not happy about that kind of stuff. So it was a malfunction from what I heard. But what I'd like to do, because I was pretty broke up about that. I'm like, this guy's fighting in his hometown. He's put us all into this, and I don't know. You're not arrogant or cocky to me. I think you're great. But you went into that fight. It didn't seem like you had any fear. You were excited in your hometown. I wanted to hear what you had to say. So I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but if I was the guy in the ring, what would you have said? I don't need you to thank your sponsors. I'm sick of hearing that stuff. I want you to talk about. I mean, look, they're great. They make your money, but the fans want to hear. The fans want to hear what your thoughts were. What did you think? How did you feel when that fight was over? Is there something that was said between you and Danny Christie that we didn't hear on the mic? Is there some kind of thing backstage? Kind of tell us the story. Give your speech, what you would have said, and tell us the story. So you just won in front of your hometown, sold out. The place was electric. I was watching. I hate to ask you, but how do you feel right now? Like, tell me what you would have thought.
Oh, listen, I would have shouted. I would have said, after that performance, who's doubting me now? Who's saying I'm getting knocked out now? Who's saying that I don't warrant to fight for a world title? Because I know that the two people fighting for a world title on August the 2nd, I'd backhand a pair of the bitches around the ring on the same night. As simple as that. At the end of the day, I feel like I've worked hard now. I'm ready for that world title shot. I think we've had, obviously, Brits come forward. I think James, we've had Tyler, Franco, Danny, and everyone sort of fell short apart from Mick Terrell. And obviously now Ben Bonner's captured their interim. And I just feel like I'm going to be the one that's the next one for the British second or third British world champion for this company. And that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say, like, this is giving me my chance now. You know what I mean? I want to get in there. And I want to take the heads off these worlds, you know what I mean, these champions. I wanted to do it to Trout, but obviously I think he's moving down. So I think the winner of the August 2nd fight, that's a good fight for me, a good build-up. Bring them to Birmingham. I'll do 2,000-3,000 tickets for that. Do you know what I mean? I'll pay for their salaries. Peanuts. They get peanuts, you know what I mean? Come over. You'll get beat. I'll take the bout, and you can go back to, you know what I mean? You can go back to your hometown.
I love it. That would have been. I would love to have seen it. The crowd would have been. We should have had sound effects for it. The crowd going while you're talking. That would have been great. And so this is the energy that I want to see out of Conor Tierney at this Champions Summit. I think that not having the chance to talk at the end of your fight might actually benefit you, because no offense to you, I'm sure people watched live. I'm sure a lot of people watched your fight live. I know from the numbers. I'm sure a lot of people watched it, not live. They've seen it. But this Champions Summit is such a big thing that's going on before the fight that everyone's talking about over the last couple of days. And if you can get a mic in front of you and say something like that, or get a little more intense at the Champions Summit, people are going to have to take notice of Conor Tierney, not only because of your talent and your skill and everything. You're the complete package, I feel like, for bare knuckle. But you can talk well. So I'm very excited to see what you're going to do and say at this press conference. When do you arrive to Florida, Conor? Oh, I've been talking to somebody the whole time. I didn't see him. That's been staring at me.
Guess we'll never know.
I was seeing through my monitor here that it was frozen, and I was hoping that it would unfreeze and he could hear me. Oh, there he is. Is he back? Should we let him go? I think we should cut.
All right.
Conor, I love you, buddy. I'll see you in Florida if you can hear me.
Trying to give him a chance.
He's back. All right, we'll give him another minute. That's scary. Everyone will sign off.
There you go.
Conor. There he is. That's better. How are you, Conor?
The Undertaker. I'm back from the dead.
What I was going to say to you, I don't know what you caught, but I think that you not having the fight, post-fight, and being able to go to this...
Yeah, no, I heard.
Okay.
I completely agree. I think that I'd like to speak my mind at the press conference. And show people about what I am, because I think you all see me when I came to New York. I'm very good at. I think I'm good at talking in general. Yeah. I just love the sound of my own voice. That's the problem. I talk to myself in the mirror sometimes for a long time. I forget how quick time can go. Sometimes I start talking on Tuesday and then it's Thursday by the time I stop.
So I'll tell you this though. The first time I met you, you probably don't remember this. We talked, and I said to you, I am such a fan of what you do. Like I could tell you got star written on you. And I could never give you advice in fighting. You would lose. But the only advice I could give you in talking was back then is that when you come to America,
I remember it.
And I was going to compliment you on that because you can hear it. I talk very fast, and I'm trying to talk slower too because I don't know if you can understand my horrible accent, but I want people to understand it. And you have really slowed down your talking, and it's easier to identify. Thank you for taking, because I can totally notice it, man.
I never forget that, to be fair. Like, I remember when you said you start off, I think there's a little bit of nervous energy as well. You said, don't talk too fast because the American fans won't be able to quite understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go a little bit posher for you all. So, you know.
You sound great now. I have another question outside of fighting. Were you, I know you're younger, but were you a Black Sabbath fan? I mean, the big concert over the weekend.
Yeah, I was. I am. But I was playing at the Villa Park, and that's the rivals of my Birmingham City football club. Yeah. So that was the only letdown. I would never have went.
Yeah. The big concert in the UK this weekend was Oasis, brother.
Oh no, that was the other big one. That was huge. That was. Did you care about Oasis reuniting?
Yeah, I'm not too bothered about Oasis. I'm not really too bothered about them. I think they're up their own arses. They're all right and that, yeah, but I don't know. They just feel like they're a pair of dickheads, to be fair.
You know, so it's funny. I interviewed the brothers, and they hate each other. I interviewed one of the brothers.
Liam and Noel.
Yeah. One of them's more of a dick than the other, if that's possible. But I interviewed them years ago, and that's what I got. I was nothing but pleasant and nice and cool, and this guy was a complete jerk off on the phone. But if they can patch it up, I don't know if they patched it up, make their money, champagne supernova in the sky, get back together. I'm watching Black Sabbath all day with Guns N' Roses and all those guys. I'm sad to see Ozzy go, but it's time. It's time.
Yeah, it's time.
What kind of music are you into, man?
Proceed to navigation.
I'm into everything. I'm into reggae. I'm into rap. Listen, into 70s. I love 70s music, classic music. I'm a bit weird, to be fair, a bit like psychopathic. If you come around my house and start listening to, it depends what mood I'm in. You might hear some like Mozart and stuff, and then just come in and I'm shadowboxing in the mirror.
That makes sense.
And it gets scary when I'm naked as well. So
trying to suck your own cock after you're done, it'd be great. So, matter of fact, if you weren't in a car, I'm not going to say who, but one of the two guys in the booth here, they wanted you to get on the floor and show that you could do it. They did.
It was Brandon.
I was giving one of them a chance to throw the other under the bus. I'm only kidding. But no, we're excited. So the Champion Summit coming up. You're headed there now. I mean, what do you think the fans are going to expect out of this, man? After you had this great, you're like on a tear, this great title fight, now headed to this. What are they going to expect?
I don't know, to be honest. I really don't. I think no one knows what to expect today. There's a lot of speculation at the moment. I think for myself and all the other fighters, I think I'm just going to go there and do what I do best, and that's talk absolute shite, and hope that everybody can sort of listen to me and laugh, because that's what I want to do, is get a laughter out of people. And fear sometimes.
I love that, dude. I love the little insults you guys have that we don't. Like you guys can throw the C word out there like it's nothing. It's like every other word for you guys.
Yeah.
Here it's a big deal. And I like that you call people geezers and that thinks they're cool. And I like that I think it was Christy a couple fights ago. What do you call him? You're a moist wet wipe or something. He called him a piece of, what do you call him? He's like, I can't talk like that, but you're a wet wipe. You guys have some of the best insults. I hope you bring all the UK insults. I love them. And then the other thing that I was wondering about you, and I don't know if this is true, but I feel like you have a lot of siblings. Is that correct? Brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I'm one of 16.
No, you're not.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I was told 9.
My mom and dad have got 13 together, and my dad's got 3 other kids. One of them actually lives in America.
Oh, really?
In Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. I haven't seen him for about 20 years. He's a psychopath.
That's you saying this. That's crazy. You're a bare knuckle fighter that shadow boxes naked in the mirror to Mozart. You're calling him a psychopath. So, with all these children, with all these children growing up, I'm curious. Are your brothers and sisters like you? Are you like the black sheep, so to speak? Does it, you talk a good game? No.
No, I think I'm the most successful at the family. I think I've done the best. They'll all be watching this, a lot of the older ones and that, but they're just not as good as me. That's the one diamond of the family.
I love it. But did that make you, when you were
plastic Swarovskis?
When you were growing up, though, having all those siblings, do you think that kind of in your mental makeup kind of made you work harder to get noticed by your parents, kind of thing?
I think so. I think it definitely played into matters with everything. Like I said, I come from working class. I never really had much money. My mum and dad were never like rich or anything, or working class. And you know, if I wanted £5 to go down the shop, I'd have to cut the grass and wash the dishes. And that's the mentality I've got. So everything I'm sort of building now, in terms of money and fame and success, I've built off my own back. You know what I mean? It was never handed to me. I've just sort of worked hard. And I'm doing it with, you know, all the exposure that the company's giving me, which is helping me escalate bigger and bigger and better. So I'm really grateful of it, to be fair.
Well, here's to growing bigger and better with you and the company. I mean, it's going to keep growing, and we're glad you're a part of it. And I'm glad you're one of our champs. I'm glad to see you at the summit coming up this Thursday. Excuse me.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you taking the time to come on with us today. I felt horrible that, again, we hardly ever take time off, and it happened to be right after your fight. And I wanted to at least spotlight you a little bit and give you a chance to say what you need to say. But you're going to be saying a lot of stuff this Thursday. Make sure you're tuned in and make sure you're there live if you can be there.
I will be.
Champ, thanks for joining us, Conor. I know you're going to be there. You're driving there now. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we're on the way now. So yeah, I'll see you. And just make sure you give me some good food spots. I wanted a food challenge out there. Part of my vlog.
Plug it. Go ahead and plug it before we go. Tell me about it.
Yeah, sound. I'm started a vlog now on YouTube. I've been YouTubing a fair bit. Subscribers are going up and views going up, and I've just vlogged my full fight camp for Danny Christie, the ins and outs, the personal parts of it, and I think it's going well, to be fair. On fair amount of views, and I'm starting the next one.
Is it just your name? How do people find it?
Yeah, how do they find it? Plug it.
It's called Connorini, the BTB vlog, episode 1.
Okay, easy.
We'll pull it up here.
And yeah, I'll share some stuff too, and I'll keep a lookout for that too. If there's anything I can share on the show. And
thank you guys.
All I asked is when you come to the Philly area, if you ever do, when you come here, you're gonna vlog about getting a cheesesteak. Me and you.
Yeah, I am 100%.
All right, look at it.
I love food.
They're showing it right now. Family, hobbies, work, fishing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you like to fish. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because you and Joe Elmore were beating the hell out of each other, and you're going to go fishing together.
48 minutes of stuff to watch.
That sounds that does sounds really weird that we was beating the hell out of each other. Can you just say we were beating each other up?
Well, I don't know. There's beating each other up and beating the hell. Joe Elmore, when he fights, that guy, he's a tough dude.
No.
And then you guys are talking about fishing afterwards. I love it. Did you ever go fishing with him or no?
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't?
I haven't yet. But I think Kai Stewart keeps. So
yeah, Kai
Stewart's on the cards.
He was just fishing over 4th of July weekend. I watch him on Instagram fishing, and I feel like I'm a fisherman. It's amazing. Thank you. I'm up against it. I got Chris Lytle coming on too. The Brumtown Bomber, everyone.
Yeah.
Yay!
Safe travels, buddy.
See you there, man. Thanks for coming on.
Sounds in a bit, bro. Bye-bye.
Dude,
16 siblings.
I thought it was 9.
Holy shit.
Can you imagine? His dad must be a freaking jackhammer hot rod man.
Imagine the food bill on that.
Oh my God. Dude, imagine everything. Food bill, clothes, I guess hand-me-downs. There's probably people from they were born in the 70s still wearing hand-me-downs to people in the 90s. That's insane.
I mean, so the disparity between the youngest and oldest has got to be what, 25 years?
So my grandfather, obviously my grandfather, he's dead now.
Oh, here's your grandfather now.
He was, oh man. He was one of 12, and I thought that was a lot. Think about how much time the mother spent pregnant. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And think about what the husband would have to
deal
deal
at all,
with.
Chris, we just talked to Conor Tierney, and he's one of 16 siblings.
First of all, of course I know that. I pay attention to our fighters. I know what's going on. But first of all, you guys, man, you guys didn't even try and get ready to look good for this fight today. That your podcast, we were going to be on TV. You guys look terrible. No, I'm trying to insult you guys to be friends. I watch the show. I know what's going on here.
He's calling it back. You used to do stand-up comedy. You still do stand-up comedy?
No, I only did it like 3 times, man. I just want to try it. It was fun. But if you want to be good at that, you got to keep doing it a lot. I didn't try.
That's reps, bro. So you are funny, though, and you don't even mean to be. And then sometimes you mean to be, and you are. I think you would have been a great stand-up comedy. Is there any video of your stand-up comedy set anywhere?
I don't know. I could probably find it somewhere. I had a couple people there. Somebody recorded it. Yeah,
I would love to. If we can air that, even a minute or 2 on the show.
I did a 14-minute set once. I only did 3 of them. 14 minutes. That's fucking long, dude.
Did you write it all yourself?
Of course.
Oh my God, that's 14-minute sets, probably hours of writing. That's insane. Wow. Well, yeah. I'm looking forward to see it, even just personally sometime. I'd love to see it. But yeah, you're a pretty funny guy. Doing a call back to the beginning of the show where this jerk off here I'm talking to, this piece of dirt, said that if I'm talking to you, Lotto.
That's what I mean.
You're a scumbag. See, this means we're 300%.
There we go. Okay, now we are friends. I get it.
Okay. All right, I'm just making you comfortable first before we get talking. It's been a while.
Well, I mean, first of all, look at me. Look how bad I look. And I'm talking crazy about you. I haven't taken care of myself. It takes a long time for me to get beautified to get ready for Saturday night. So I'll look good. Don't worry.
I think you have a beard right now, don't you?
A little bit. Like I said, just being lazy and not doing anything. It's been great.
Right? I know. All right. Well, it looks like you're somewhere in Italy right now by the backdrop in front. There's a fountain behind you. You're hanging out.
Cultured. Look at that, man. I'm cultured. What are you talking about? High end. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. So I'm excited about a couple things to have you on. And we talked to Conor Tierney about the Champion Summit. He's on the way there. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, I want to talk to you about, I know this is something that really, really gets you going, tryouts. You love tryouts. And I'm excited because I don't think we've had a tryout in a while. And now it looks like they're coming back a little bit. Actually, here's the one that's coming up right in, is that by you?
It's about 2.5 hours away. It's right by Chicago. So I'm really excited for this. Finally got the state of Indiana opened up and legalized. We're really excited to have it in the state. And yeah, up by Chicago, there's a lot of good fighters in that region. Hell, we're pretty close to Ben Rothwell. He's going to make an appearance. Some fighters from Michigan, Ohio, everything. It's going to be fantastic.
That's going to be great. So I just want to confirm, because we haven't had much time to talk. We've been running so fast. You're still involved with this tryout process, right?
Of course. Yeah, that's one of the things I really enjoy about what we're doing here. Brian, I'm trying to do a bigger role in taking care of the fighters. I feel like we have a great organization, but I'm one of the few guys who's ever actually fought. So I'm kind of like that connection between the fighters and the organization. I want to make sure that I'm kind of that liaison.
Yeah, I can see that. I could see you since the first day I met you kind of developing as that. I feel like the fighters have a certain trust in you, and I think that's because what you just said, you've been in the grind. You get it. You're not me. You're not Evan. You're not Brandon. Like you're not, I can't say Dave. Dave used to fight. I don't know if Nate fought, but you're not Nate. Like you've done it on a high level. And I think that they see you as this mentor. And I think that there couldn't be a better guy, honestly, because you're going to give it to him for real. Do you ever have a hard time with that when you have to sit with a fighter and be like, look, give it to him for real to help them, but you got to be real with them, and it might not be something they want to hear?
Yeah, it can be difficult sometimes, but I always going to try and be a straight shooter when it comes to that and tell them what the truth is, because it doesn't help me to sugarcoat it and tell them what they want to hear. That doesn't work. I'm trying to tell them what they need. And I feel like I know a couple of times I've had to come to the company and kind of tell them that they're doing stuff wrong. And when they've corrected it, I've had fighters call me and personally thank me, like, thank you so much for you doing that. I'm like, man, don't ever thank me for that. I'm a fighter first and foremost. And I have to make sure people are taken care of. I don't feel good about myself.
Yeah, I agree. So with the tryouts, this one, it's close to your house. Ben Rothwell, champion's going to be there. You're going to be there. Who knows? These tryouts, anybody can show up. And I tell people, remember, and I haven't talked about tryouts in a while, so I want to say this again, that just because you don't get picked if you go to a tryout doesn't mean they're not looking at you. I've seen some of the best fighters. There's one, I can't remember who it was. Was it Lorenzo Hunt maybe? That they didn't pick. They didn't pick him. And then he ended up getting picked. Or there's some story behind that. I don't remember what it was. And he ended up, look what Lorenzo Hunt did in the industry.
Brother, what we do is let's say we get 50 fighters there. We make a list, 1 through 30 or whoever we like. And then just because you're not on that card, there might not be a spot for you on that card, but we have you in mind. We have your name there. We might use you on any card throughout that we need somebody at that weight class. We'll use you. We can't, if there's 30 fighters there, we can't put all 30 of those guys on the card. It's impossible. So we have to pick and choose what makes the most sense for that card, but there is going to be a spot for a lot of people.
Yeah, I should tell you what they're saying in the comments about you right now. Goat Combat Agency saying that you are a great advocate for the fighters. Savage Combat Sports Media say Chris Lytle and Rogan are my favorite commentators.
Smart guy.
Yeah, my guy. And then Crazy Clown is he's agreeing with Goat Combat Agency. Say 100%. He has their back. So everyone agrees with you. That's the thing about you, Lytle. From the day I first met you, everyone, Chris Lytle from Ultimate Fighter, Chris Lytle from UFC, which is great. You should be honored for that. But I came into this from another business, from 2 other businesses, and I knew kind of who you were, but I didn't know you like everyone else knew you. And I just met you as a dude, like as a guy, as a friend. And what was Julian Lane once said to me, you can always tell the real. You're the real guy. And I think that comes through TV. I think that comes through in person. And it's some people are the real guy, but they're full of shit when you really get to know them. You're all around who you are at all times. I think that fighters see that. I think the promotion sees that. I think the fans see it. I think that means a lot. How do you stay so real? I mean, to be honest with you, sometimes it's hard to be real without getting yourself in trouble. I get in trouble all the time.
Brother, I got to be honest with you. I think my 23 years on the fire department helped keep me in check. No matter what would happen, I'd have a great fight. I'd win fight of the night or knock out the night or something. And I come back to the firehouse. I'm happy. I'm proud of how good I did. I'm walking around. Everybody's telling me I'm great. And like, good job, Chris. Today you're mopping floors and cleaning toilets. I'm like, what? I'm a big deal. Like, no, you're not a big deal here. I'm like, I'm not, you know. And then you go on a run where somebody's like, you know, falls and break their hip and you're helping. I mean, it kind of humbles you and puts you in perspective. Like that little thing that just happened in that fight was not important in the big scope of the world in your life. And so I always think doing that, having kids. I mean, I just, you know, you know what's important when you deal with a lot of real stuff, and I've dealt with a lot of real stuff.
Yeah, you sure have, man. They're saying leave the hair and beard. Swervo Cuts may be able to cut you for free when you get to Florida.
I like Swervo. Swervo kills it for me, but I can't depend on him being there, man. Come on, Swervo, where you at? Are you going to be there?
I'll tell you what.
Will you take care of this stuff? I mean, I don't know.
I know. I need one too, and I love the guy. He's come to my room to cut my hair personally before. He's a wonderful.
I don't let him in my room. I don't trust him.
Who knows what you find in there? I'm scared. There's a real. Yeah, right. Who? God forbid. But I think that, I don't really like sitting in a lobby and watching like 15 people waiting like you're in the army to get your hair cut.
Awesome. Luckily, mine takes about 4 seconds because you just got to put it on the zero blade and cut it. Hey, Brian, here's the bad thing. People get mad at me. They don't know that I'm not bald. I'm lazy. I don't want to deal with cutting and washing, doing my hair all the time. I can grow a full head of hair. I'm lazy. That's the truth.
I didn't know. I honestly always thought you just shaved it because you're bald too. You got some hair there. You can.
I know. I've never had any hair problems. I mean, this has been my hair for my whole life, about like this. I can grow it out. My dad still has all his hair. I'm basically lazy. So
6 months from now. 6 months from now, don't touch it. I want to see you come on a BKFC broadcast with a fro. You can pick it out. It'll look great. What is your hair? Curly? What is it?
No, it's straight as can be, brother. I used to have it all straight back in this ponytail back in college. Yeah.
Dude, we got to get these pictures, Chris.
No, I know what to do with those pictures. You already had me looking like Mr. Miyagi if they were chopsticks and killing flies. Not cool. I don't like. You guys got some good work. Evan, I don't know who's doing this stuff. You guys kill it for me. Brandon, somebody's making me look stupid.
Dude, I make myself look stupid every time I open my mouth, so we're all good together. We work.
That's why we're buddies. Even though you insult me, I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
It's why we get along, man. So tryouts, you're excited about them. Did he say the second tryout? Isn't there a second one coming too? Are we allowed to mention that yet? I don't even know. Is that in the system?
What's the first one we mentioned?
Yeah, we've mentioned the one in Indiana.
That's the one I saw.
Okay, so there's one. There's going to be more coming down the pike, from what I understand. We're excited about that. I'm excited to find new talent. Like I said, we're all about youth movement. If we can find that new talent, like we did with Conor Tierney, it's awesome to get him in here. Let's talk about this press conference. Everyone's talking about Conor McGregor, Championship Summit, state of the promotion, all this stuff people are calling it. Everyone's a buzz online about it. You've been around fighting forever. You've been at some of the highest levels. Is it fair to say this may be the most important or biggest? I mean, there's 20 champions or something there. Press conference you've ever seen or been involved with?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. I've been at fighter summits, but that's just for the fighter. This is for the public, the fans, everything. It's I can't wait to see what all entails. If I were a betting man, I'd say we're going to drop some bombs about some interesting things we have going on.
Yep.
Because everything I know of is, sky's the limit. We got a lot of great things coming up. I don't think people realize the trajectory that we're on right now. It's going to be amazing. So I love what we have going on with these. I've never seen one like this. I really don't know what to expect. I can imagine it's going to be, you have so many type A alpha personalities there who at the champs, there's going to be a lot of smack talk going back and forth. There's going to be some classic, some videos you're going to be playing for the next couple of years. I bet some good one-liners and some good things. I don't know. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And on top of that, what do we have after that? We have one of our best places. We're putting on fights as usual, Hard Rock. And you talked about the new talent. This is not new talent. Everybody on this card has fought bare knuckle. I absolutely love it.
Yep. It's a great card. We were talking about that all week, actually, looking at this card. What a stacked card. And I was going to, thanks for transitioning. You are a true broadcaster. You're going through this with me. I was going to transition, but you did. Thank you. All right. So this card, top to bottom, I know you analyze these cards. You'll be interviewing the fighters, doing one-on-ones. You've seen and know a lot of these guys, as do we all. We're fans. Of those fights, and I don't know if he knows them all off the top of his head. You might have to put it back up there. What are some of the ones you're looking forward to in your brain?
Man, I'm really looking forward to, our friend Mohawk Rodriguez versus Perez. He's been off for a while. I love the way he fights. That should be amazing.
Yo, Mohawk's intense.
What's that?
I said Mohawk is intense. I love watching him fight because I watch him get ready in the back. He's always at the weigh-ins. He's an intense guy. He loves being here, and he's driven, man. Have you noticed that he wants to be the greatest thing in bare knuckle, and it sounds like he won't stop until he is. But what really amazes me about Esteban Rodriguez, Mohawk, you can see him on the prelims too, the free prelims. These guys, they get upset, some of them. They think that, I shouldn't be on the prelims. I say it all the time. That's the best place to be. You have so many eyeballs on you. Everyone's watching. You're setting the pace for the card. But what drives me crazy every time, I'll probably put an Instagram post up about Mohawk, man, is that guy fights, and I always bet with who's sitting next to me when the Mohawk's going to fall. What round? The Mohawk doesn't usually fall. What does that guy put in his hair? It's insane.
I don't know what he does, but he's killing it. I love his intensity, and he's so positive at all times. Just happy,
great guy,
ready to go. So it's amazing. But I mean, when you look at that card, I feel bad even just bringing up one fight because I'm almost looking forward to almost every fight on this card. There's might be two that I'm like, that'd be great, but like almost all of them, I'm like, man, I cannot wait to see this fight. Such good cards we put down on. In the Hard Rock and such great fighters. And we have fighters with a lot of experience. Like I said, everybody on the card has fought bare knuckle. Yep. You can't ask for anything more.
No, you can't. And, I've heard from a little birdie that this is very close. If you're going to get tickets, BKFC.com, grab them because you don't want to wait till the night of. You might be shut out. It's really selling well. I think we had to open other areas to make it. I think it's going to sell out the whole place again. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be crazy there. It's going to be nuts. The co-main's going to be cool. Seeing Andrew Strode and G go at it. G, a guy that we see almost every week. Andrew Strode, we see here and there. I'm just excited to watch the fight. I don't think G has ever been in better shape in his life. I've been following his Instagram. Strode either. They both know the stakes are high. I'm excited for this fight, and I think you are too.
Of course. Like I said, G, we see him all the time, and you know what he's been doing. Yeah, I always see him in the weight room. I'm in there every day, and I see him in there. This dude's cutting weight 6 weeks out from a fight. I'm like, dude, he's got plastics on. He's doing whatever. I'm like, man, you're a little bit more dedicated to weight loss than I ever have been. He's taking it serious. He's eating the right foods. And that's what you want to see. And Strode's a veteran. He's been around for a long time. He understands what he's doing as well. So that's all I really care about when I see fighters is you doing everything in your power to be successful. And that's what these guys are doing. I love this sport, the will to win. People get knocked down, getting back up, getting off the canvas. They'll do whatever it takes. And that goes through in their preparation. We see it day in and day out. I'm just excited for any fight that you have these kind of two warriors coming in.
Yeah, I was in Italy when we were in Italy. The last night we were there, it was late, and I wanted to get something to eat because I fly out early. I went out with a couple people. I think Canoli was there. He came later, but I went out because there's nobody. I was going to go by myself, and I saw G and Caitlin, the bombshell Caitlin. So I went out with them, and I sat across from G in Italy and witnessed him go, "Can you guys steam some vegetables?" And I'm like, "Are you on drugs?" I'm like, "You're in Italy. Have a slice of pizza. Eat some pasta." He's like, "No, man, I got to really take this seriously like I do, but this is a big fight." And he's like, "I got it." This was in Italy. I love it. I love it. He had the mindset of a champion. So we'll see what happens. Is it going to be the cut man or the legend? I'm looking forward to it. Also, the main event, dude, look, Perdomo on a tear. Everyone's talking about Perdomo. I'm talking about, people call him the Mike Tyson Jr., the little Mike Tyson, whatever, the new Mike. But now he's facing his toughest challenge to date, in my estimation, in Arnold Adams, our first BKFC champ. This guy, if Perdomo can beat him, if he gets past Arnold Adams, he's been making statement after statement, but I think that's the biggest statement yet.
Well, here's the thing about Adams. If you pay attention to him, you realize how good this guy is, especially in the first 2 rounds. I mean, he's slick. He's hard to hit. Sometimes after that, he fades, his conditioning fades, and it makes it a little more even fight. But he's always phenomenal in the first couple rounds, and that's what's going to be interesting about this, because we've never seen Perdomo go past a round. Does he tire? Maybe he throws everything into each punch and he gets tired second and third round and he can't do it anymore. We don't know. I think this is going to be our best opportunity to see if Adams can avoid those punches. He's a very slick fighter.
Yeah,
if he can be slick for 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, what is Perdomo going to have? And if he can get him out of there before that, I think we know right then and there, we got the next guy who should be fighting for the title.
100%. I mean, again, big proof. That's what's exciting as a fan, not just the factual fight, but knowing going into this what a proving ground it is for Perdomo. And honestly, what a proving ground it is to reprove, not that he needs to prove himself, but kind of reprove, get himself back in the conversation. We haven't seen a lot from Arnold Adams. So this is a chance for him to take out the young upcoming guy and maybe get some more stock in himself. So this is a very interesting fight on both sides. I'm looking forward to it. The card's stacked top to bottom. The crowd's going to be nuts. It's going to be sold out. BKFC.com. Chris Lytle will, of course, be on commentary along with the big wheel, Sean Wheelock. Do you guys like when you guys sit in a car together when you're driving to the show? I used to drive with you. I don't as much anymore. But when I did, I never really heard this. I've heard it changed. Do you guys like talk to each other like you're on commentary? Does he like if he's driving and he sees someone in front of him, he's like, big right turn, and he turns and you say something funny? Are you guys always on?
I say, Sean Willock, that was a great observation. Way to turn left. The reason you turned left was because your right hand is stronger than the left and it overpowered. No, Brian, you know what happened was you outgrew us, and now you can probably fly over there in a helicopter. I don't know what you do, but we're still just trying to get by. They put us in a little Pinto car or whatever. We drive there. Sometimes we have to push it.
You have a car.
Do, but I mean, you guys are there in your limousines. You're right. Good for us. I get it. We're still just doing what we do.
I got two heels that make me walk or I grab an Uber. I can't really, it's going to get me heat and I don't care. I can't rely on, not all the drivers, but some of them. I can't rely for them, but I can rely on myself. So I try to do that. And even when I rely on myself, I usually screw it up. So
Brian, you probably stay there at the Hard Rock, $500 night rooms. They don't let me even in there. Like, they check my pass every time I come in. How old are you? You know how old I am. Let me in. The big wigs get to stay over there.
I don't know, man. Big wigs are the kiss-ups, one or the other. I'm not going to say who, but there's one guy in the booth. He's not paying attention. He's not paying attention.
No, I'm freaking working. What?
He's talking about you.
What?
He's talking about you. He's saying he can't stay at the Hard Rock.
That's how the other half lives, unfortunately.
Hey, one day, Brian, dare to dream. I'm going to make it.
I don't stay at the Hard Rock. That's Evan talking. That's me.
I get to stay at the Hard Rock. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got goals. I'm going to stay there one day. I don't know, man. They barely let me in.
Chris, they don't let you stay there, Chris, because they know that you're going to get drunk and you're going to probably take all their money because you're a good gambler.
They put me in the penthouse suite. I don't know what you're talking about.
That part might be true.
Chris, I would be scared if you stayed at Hard Rock. And you're responsible. You do your work. But I know that if you stayed at a gambling establishment with booze, that could be bad for anybody. Especially
Come on,
you.
Brian. I got such control. The night before fights, zero alcohol. I'm very good. I'm trying to represent myself much better. I've grown. I've matured.
I don't like the new Chris.
Save it for me.
No, I don't like the new Chris. Yeah, save the alcohol for us. You don't steal vodka anymore on planes. I don't either. They won't let me. They caught me.
I changed the bourbon. I do take the bourbon. I do get the bourbon.
I don't drink bourbon unless it's lights out bourbon. That's the only kind of bourbon I'll have.
My man. Yeah.
What's up, bourbon?
Oh, he just gave me a my man. I don't know what. Is that an insult?
You got caught taking a vodka?
No, I didn't really get caught. It was weird since I've never been caught. If you're new to the show, the thing Chris and I used to do, we'd ask for a double shot of vodka and then put one in your bag. I was cooking vodka with salt, vodka salt. I used that for it. I was using a mixed drink on vacation. I had a ton of Tito's from them. But then all of a sudden, and then I started doing the double shots because then, it gets you. You want to do more of it. And then the thing is, though, I noticed when we went to Italy, I asked for a double shot, and the lady said no. And I'm like, what? She said, there's other people on the plane. I'm like, okay. So I got annoyed, and I went back and tried to open one of the cabinets later on myself, and I got yelled at, and then some guy actually gave it to me back there. I'm like, well, she won't give me any. I'm on a long flight. And then
now I have had it from now on. Sometimes they'll open them both and give it and pour them in there.
Yeah, that's rough.
What are you doing? They're like, I don't want. Yeah, they're getting wise.
I like to mix my own drink, and they go, oh, of course. And then they'll take off the top and leave it there for you. Then what are you to do? You just got to get hammered and show up drunk.
Brian, I'm going to show you my picture now of all my alcohol that I've accumulated from it. It's pretty embarrassing.
That's awesome. I had a ton. I got to start doing it again. But yeah, they wouldn't do it. And now the last couple of flights on the way home, I've been like, let me get a double shot. And the guy would be like, oh, I can give you one now. I'll come back and give you one. I'm like, what am I on some flight list where I'm a drunk? I mean, Evan's been with me on those. I'm not that bad.
They got it. They got to know who you are, because if I ask for that, like, there's no issues.
You know what? On the way home,
Brian's a lush.
we're both going to ask for that on the way home and see what happens.
Well, you're 3 sheets to the wind before we even get on the plane.
I am pretty drunk.
So they can see. Yeah, they see it. They see you in your disheveled
breath.
Your disheveled backwards hat.
No,
with your half zipped down.
You hate that. You hate when I wear.
I love that.
No, when I go through airports,
No, it's
Brandon always
awesome.
rips on me because I'll be like this, Chris. I'll be like, I'm just walking like this. I'll be like this. I just kind of play with my hat when I'm going through airports. I don't know why. And he makes fun of me all the time.
They're like, don't serve that guy alcohol.
And it's not that I'm drunk. It's usually I don't sleep and I go right to the plane. I might have a drink after, whatever. Drinking's not allowed here at BKFC, so let's move on.
We don't drink. What are you talking about?
All right, so Chris, lights out, Lido. Now that we just went way off track here, we got a bunch more to get to. You're the man. We can't wait to see you. I don't know if you're going to have a haircut, a shave. I don't know what you're going to do, but mohawk your hair in support of the mohawk guy, maybe.
I like it. Good thought. Probably not, but maybe next time. We'll see.
All right, Lido. I'll see you in a couple days, man.
All right, bye.
See you, brother. Lights out. All right, there we go. All right, let's move on. Chris Lido, always fun. It was good to catch up with him, see what he's been up to. He's excited about the tryouts. Let's get back to the mailbag real quick before we get out of here. And I think we have an announcement. Do we have an announcement today? I think we do. All right, let's go. If not, I'll make one up on the spot. Okay. That's what we do.
Oh, we love announcements.
The announcements don't come to fruition if they're on the Bare Knuckle Show. All right, let's see where we left off. Samio shit. Okay, now this was weird. We got this via email. Benjamin is coming to Philly. Who's Benjamin? Yes, this is Benjamin. He's coming to Philly, and he wants to meet with Nate and Dave. And I thought this was like threatening. I thought he was going to beat him up. But no, it's this guy. I think he wants to fight for us. I mean, Benjamin's a show watcher. I love that. Look, he's working out in his...
Can you just click the comments on this?
Yeah, he's walking out in his barn. I don't know how many...
It's only 3.
What do they see? He doesn't have a huge channel yet. He's trying to grow it. Why can't I read what it says?
I mean, I wouldn't want to fight that guy.
I mean, let's see. He sent another...
He's got stamina.
Watch the next video. He's got speed. He even says it. He said, all speed, no power or something. Let's watch. In his garage. I like it. This dude's from Ohio, I think it said in the email.
All right, you can laugh all you want, but there's some skill there.
No, I'm not. I laugh because the way he looked at the camera. And
there's some speed there.
Yeah, he said himself, all speed, no power. He's got the speed. So he's coming. He said he's going to try to come to Philly from Ohio to meet with Nate and Dave, and he gave his number and everything. Yeah. I'll pass it forward to you, man. I'll pass it forward to them, me? I should say. No, sorry. To them for you. I'll forward the email. But yeah, thanks for sending that in. My favorite thing is that when they film themselves, they never edit off the front part. Yeah. So they're always like looking at the camera. Is this thing on? Well, thank you for sending that in, Benjamin. Speaking of Philly, Evan brought this up earlier. Our very own Johnny Garb, although what a dumb name. It's Johnny Canoli. We know that. Johnny Canoli, he was out and about, and apparently he's a Flyers fight coach now. Let's take a look at that. This was announced on social media. He's a Flyers fight coach along with Andre. That's cool. The thing I'm confused about there, I think it'd be really cool, especially being a guy from South Philly, to be a Flyers fight coach. But am I allowed to say this, Evan? I don't know. When we talked to them, remember when we were in Philly?
Oh yeah, they didn't want anything to do with fighting.
So yeah,
There was a bit of a disconnect there. I don't know what the deal with that was.
It was weird.
We went. I was like, oh, I'd love to do some stuff with like some Broad Street bullies and kind of tie in the brands, because like there's been a lot of bare knuckle fights in this arena, you know, and it's kind of like what the team's known for. And they're like, oh, we really want to shy away from that.
Get away from that.
And now they're doing this, so there's a disconnect between the marketing and the actual team there.
I mean, I watch a little bit of hockey. I've been to it live, but my friend is really into it. I asked him about that when we had that problem, because again, I think that would have been a really cool fight piece.
To bring in some enforcers and let him meet with some bare knuckle fighters.
Yeah, I mean, the best we did was just honor the Broad Street Bullies with championship belts the night there. But you're right, it was like they didn't want anything to do with it.
I wanted to do promos like showing those fights. You know what I mean? Like there's been bare knuckle fights in this arena for years. You know. Whatever, maybe next time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can get it next time. But I think that, what did I think?
Sometimes you think too hard.
I lost my train of thought. That was weird, because I've been up since 4:30 this morning trying to write this show and then deal with my kids because they got up early. Where was I going with that? Okay, yeah, the fight thing. I think that with fighting in Philly, and I don't think it's just the Flyers. I think it's hockey in general is trying to distance themselves from that. But look, I agree. Who wants to see finesse? Why do you think BKFC Ice Wars started, right? All right. I still don't know much about that, but it looks really cool. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going off here. All right. KO of the week from Little Ben.
Did you see this? Did we see this 2 weeks ago?
I don't think so. I don't remember the guy dropping like that.
Yeah, we saw this.
I didn't see it. We showed this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
From Ben.
Yeah.
I think he just sent this in. Maybe
Somebody else might have sent it in.
Maybe. I don't remember seeing that guy fold like that.
Oh, yeah.
Ass cracking, you know.
What? Yeah, that's what I don't remember anything. I figure if an ass crack's hanging, I usually remember. All right, honorable mention. Hopefully we didn't show this one. It's a sucker punch.
Nope. This is
Oh, the face. That was like a Lorenzo Hunt. Boom, boom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's right. If that's what I'm famous for, I'm in trouble. All right, let's see. And then my KO of the week. This isn't really a KO, but these two dudes were fighting, and I think this is amazing what happened. Check this out. Now, how could you have that kind of aim?
That's a great shot.
I was pretty sure it was an AI, but it was so perfect I had to look. One more time. Ben is confirming that was 2 weeks ago. Ooh! It's awesome. All right, so let's see. Oh, this is a good one. So this is new. I'm excited about this. Gizmo the Alien sent this in. He wanted to talk about the July 12th card and give his predictions.
Fight Freaks is Gizmo the Alien here live from the couch. Mark your calendars because July 12th, BKFC hits Hard Rock Hollywood, and it's hotter than a Florida sidewalk at noon. In the main event, Leonardo Perdomo versus Arnold Bomeye Adams. Perdomo's undefeated and punches like he's mad at the air. Adams, former champ, but lately he's been catching more hands than Uber Eats. Prediction, Perdomo by KO in round 3. Cuban Missile incoming. Adams is like a flip phone, solid, nostalgic, but time to upgrade. Also on the card, G. Perez beats Andrew Strode like Rents do. Brian Duran's on fire. Robbie Peralta better bring aloe. Ricci's back with a vengeance. Davison might want to keep the receipt. Conor McGregor's hosting, so expect chaos suits and at least one who the fuck is that guy. July 12th, Hard Rock Live, bare knuckle, no excuses, no pillows. BKFC, where gloves are optional and naps are mandatory.
There you go. I like his shoes. He had some nice Nikes on there.
Nice calves.
Yeah, man. He was he's got veins in his muscles. That's Gizmo the Alien. That was sent in by Gizmo, and Gizmo says that he will be commenting on more bare knuckle soon. I'm all for it. I love when you guys send stuff in. We've never had an alien on the show before. Well, anyway, speaking of nothing, I have no transition there. Can you tell I haven't been here for a week? I'm all rusty. All right. So, yeah, speaking of there, that's where I was headed. Speaking of July 12th, Gizmo the Alien, you're the man. Thank you for that. Keep sending stuff in. Speaking of July 12th, I don't know if you guys know this. I know Evan tends to do this. I know Brandon's really into it, too. I don't do this.
What?
After party at Hard Rock Hollywood.
Yeah, I love
it's going to be a dare. All right, we get hammered, don't we?
Every single one.
Hosted by Bare Knuckle Bombshell Caitlin. July 12th. Doors are open at 10. I don't know if the fight will be over by 10, but you get there afterwards, have a good time. I have been to Dare once or twice. If you want to see me dancing around like a fool, stop by Dare. Maybe I'll be there at Dare. I doubt it, though. It gets kind of hairy when I get to Dare. It gets nuts. All right, this is sent into the show by Michael. He said, I have to get to this. I think we have two more. Dedicated to use guys. And in parentheses, he puts Philly thing. We know. We're from Philly. Thank you. By the way, do you guys know about this? By the way, clean up your trash. What's going on in Philly? There's piles of trash.
Oh, yeah, the strike.
Yeah, like LL Cool J wouldn't even perform here because of the strike. They're screwing union workers over, he said. He says, have fun, boys. I'm all for a highly anticipated Alligator Alcatraz tour from the proud Florida resident Mike, but I think you guys should see this.
Hey, you.
Okay.
I heard you have a tiny wiener.
I knew it was something. I didn't know it was that. I didn't expect that. That was good. Thank you for sending it in, Michael. I think it was.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. He said use guys, so I guess we all do. I don't know. All right. Jake wants to know. Well, we already kind of talked about Perdomo. He wants to know if we think he is the best heavyweight ever in BKFC. I can't make that comment yet. I think like Chris said, he's on the trajectory to be one of, if not the best ever. But we have to see what happens from here. I mean, Evan, what are your thoughts on it? I think it's the same thing we said with Lytle.
There's some this is the first real big test for him.
It's a mystery.
And how he deals with Adams, and then the opponents coming after that. I still, unpopular opinion, I still hold Joey Beltran as one of the best heavyweights, just for how he was. Nobody could beat him for a long time.
Nobody could rock him. He would just take shots.
He didn't even have like power like that. He would just wear guys down. He had some crazy cardio.
He sure did.
But looking at like the heavyweight rankings, you know, Perdomo's 2.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't even know that. But you know, so he's fighting Arnold Adams is here. Let's pull him up. Adams is 3.
Good
so
old
he's
rankings.
Fighting number 3. You know, I think Perdomo, Josh Watson. That's fun.
Yeah,
that's a fun one. Maybe Mick Terrell in the future.
Yeah, there's a lot there for him. As Lytle said, it was the same thing we were kind of talking about earlier before the show came on. It's going to be interesting to see. Perdomo has just made mincemeat of people, just run through him in the first round. And Lytle's right. Adams, first, second round, man. You know?
Yeah, he's going to get tested in this.
You think he's going past the first? I do.
I think so. Yeah.
So do I.
Adams has been in there with heavy hitters, and
he's tough too.
And he's a boxer. Like he can move.
He can move. He can take a hit when he needs to. Sometimes this is going to be great. I'm excited to see Arnold Adams back. I'm excited to see what Perdomo can do. So to answer your question, Jake, that's how I feel. Brandon is lost his tongue today, so he doesn't have an opinion.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've seen Arnold Adams ever like knocked out cold.
No, that's what I'm saying. Well, there was that thing. It wasn't knocked out cold where he's not getting up and they got to pick him up. No, I don't think I've seen that either. And again, we've done a lot of these fights, so maybe we have. But Adams is tough. Adams can take it if he needs to. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
The one thing I guess Chris mentioned is like Adams has like a little bit of trouble in the later rounds because of cardio. But like that was a problem in his last fight, and I'm sure that he's been working on that.
He had to, yeah.
So I wouldn't count on that so much. So like I think Adams might be able to go longer.
Yeah.
But we don't know with Perdomo because we've never seen him past like a minute or two.
Didn't Adams drop a bunch? Not a bunch, but he dropped some weight. I feel like I saw him a year ago or so, and it might have been in Florida actually. And he seemed like he was trying to go down a division, or I don't know what he was doing, but he was in the best shape I've ever seen him. So, I mean, the guy's ready. He needs to make this statement as well. So, Jake, there's your answer. We'll see. I'm excited for the fight. You can let us know in the chat too, by the way, who you think is going to win that fight. Other than that, I think that we can get to the end of the show here finally. I know these guys have meetings to attend.
Yeah, I do.
I do too, and I don't want to go to them.
Minutes.
I don't want to go. All right, so let's. Yeah, that's where we're going. Let's go through. Why don't we go through the upcoming schedule, and then we'll have an announcement for tickets on sale and a card for you coming up. So, of course, this weekend, you know about the big press conference. We've been talking about that. You have the weigh-in show, and then we do Perdomo Adams. We were just talking about what a great fight and what a stacked card that's going to be in Hollywood, Florida. And this, I wanted, I saw some, I'm not going to say who because I don't want to call them out in the show, but I saw somebody putting a graphic out, and then they said that, they mentioned DAZN. Perdomo Adams, BKFC Hollywood, Florida is not on DAZN. It's on the BKFC app. Am I correct?
It's on the app.
That's what I mean. So I don't know why people are promoting DAZN. Anyway, it's on the app, BKFC app. We'll let you know when we're on DAZN. You can follow on the website for that as well. If you ever get confused, we'll keep you updated. Always go to the source, which is bkfc.com, or to our Instagram. That'll let you know. All right, then we head on over to August 2nd, Sturgis, which isn't that far away. Damn, that seems so far away when we announced it. Go versus Lane for the vacant welterweight championship. I'm excited for that fight. I'm excited for that event. Taylor Starling, who's been absent from the show, is off preparing for that. And we're going to try to get a vlog from her each week headed up to that, how she's doing. We'll do that in the future shows here. So that's going to be good. Go versus Lane, August 2nd, Sturgis, with all the boobs out and all the bikers there and all the leather. And I noticed last year, Evan, the boobs that were out are the boobs I didn't want to see. Did you notice that?
You never. I mean, I feel like even bad boobs are still boobs.
Well, there's boobs, and there's boobs with like bellies, boobs and bellies, and where they hang on the side of your belly like that.
Nice.
And it's horrible. And they're all painted up. Different structure, different folks. Last year, actually, I thought it was really funny because they were closing the show. Go back and watch it on the app. They were closing the show. I think we showed it on this show too. And they had the chicks that, they paint their breasts up. They were just standing behind Sean and Chris. Woo-hoo! It was really funny. Wow. I don't know if Randy the Pervert
was it really dusty there? Yeah, I wasn't there last year. I got to prepare.
You weren't there?
No.
Why?
Kid was being born.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
There was some dust. It was kind of hot. Bring your shades. It's a fun event. It's just.
Is it really? Do you just hear motorcycles the whole time?
No, sometimes
I hate the sound of motorcycles.
Well, where the event is at not so much because it's the buffalo chip.
I hate when I'm at a light.
No, but what they do is you don't know, Brandon. I don't think because you're so on the inside of when you're. Let me point with this. You're so on the inside.
What was it?
It was a bucked up. I don't mean to throw our sponsor, but I was pointing with like an idiot. It was interesting because I was running around the crowd last time in Sturgis, and I was out deep into the crowd. And they have like people at golf carts pulled up. A lot of people deeper into the crowd you couldn't see, Brandon. They're there sitting on their bikes. That's like their seat, all in the back area. And I said at one point, "Let me hear you rev those engines." And they did it. So sometimes when they like stuff, they rev the engines. But I was told by one of the owners of the campground or one of the bigwigs that last year, because I asked about that. And he said that sometimes he lets them, sometimes he doesn't. So I guess it depends on how he's feeling that day or whoever's performing. I say rev your engines. Do it. They also were doing, do you remember last year, donuts? Were you watching that, Brandon? They were just, before we did the weigh-in show, they're just there, these people on their bikes just flying down this road, just doing donuts. It was awesome. Revving bike. It was cool. It was really cool. I'm looking forward to it. Kind of a pain to get to drive to, because we have to go to the campground, but it was cool. I want to kill a buffalo on the side of the road and eat it. There's so many buffaloes there, everywhere you look. All right. Is buffalo meat good? I don't even know.
I'm sure you'd love it.
I get so many jokes I'm not going to make. We have to keep it clean in case we get on TV. All right, let's go. Let's move on. Lane and Go-Go, which then leads us to...
Edmonton.
That's it. You have the graphic? There it is. BKFC Fight Night Edmonton. There's the entire card at the River Cree. We're excited about it. If you're not watching this live and you're just listening on the podcast, first of all, we appreciate you. Thank you. Try to watch it. You got a lot of good video content, but you can see the whole card. I'm sure they'll be putting up at bkfc.com. I'm sure people are probably taking screen grabs of this right now, and they're going to share it. It's going to be a great card in Canada. River Cree, we've been there before. That's the place where they have like ballroom meals. Like they have these beautiful meals. They're clinking silverware while they're eating. River Cree was cool. But we'll be there again coming up August 9th. Tickets on sale now, bkfc.com. Make sure you get those tickets because I'm pretty sure that we had to add seats every time we've been there, and then we sell out. I'm excited. Suck a Luck Chuck's on this card. He's got the best name ever. It's going to be a great show. Make sure you're tuned in for that. We'll have more in the coming weeks on that. bkfc.com to keep updated. There you go. Tickets on sale now. Make sure you get in. Other than that, do we have anything else, boys? Did I just hear? I heard it, but I didn't hear it. You hit the wrong button? Was that on purpose?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
They don't. Nobody does. I definitely don't. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to get back in the mix. See you in Florida. We all feel that way for the big champion summit. State of the promotion press conference. It's going to be awesome. The weigh-in show. This is like a Knuckle Mania weekend almost, and an amazing card. Make sure you're there. Until I see you in Florida, we'll see you next week. Stay knocked up. Ah!